there's no one around. Girl, you know what I'm thinking. Whenever you finish with the clubbing, are you gonna come to the mansion? Are you gonna stop with the teasing? Baby girl, you know that I want some. I just wanna wake your body. I just wanna wake your body down. I just wanna give you some loving. I just wanna flex and put it on. Top of the dance floor. Just wanna come wine me, make it out. I just wanna wake your body. When the lights go down, wine every wine to the ground. Wine every wine to the ground. When the lights go down, bubble every bubble to the sound. Bubble every bubble to the sound. When the lights go down, love how your bum goes around. Love how your bum goes around. When the lights go down, time for you come put it down. When the lights go down.
Hey, 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 it's me, the one, the only Natural Lady Boss L Boogie, and I'm back with another episode of Power Mommy Moves. So, anytime you check out my videos, especially as of 2026, you're going to see me in different areas. We'll get into where I'm at and things that have happened. But I'm slowly getting there. I'm not just going to jump out and get it, but slowly getting there to what's coming up soon in my life, things like that. I'm out of breath because, yeah, as see, I have on not a waist trainer, but my workout, well, I guess you want to say it's a waist trainer, but my workout gear, because after I do this video, I actually go right back into working out, but I wanted to do a video before the calls start coming in again, because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to call. But this today is February 6th. No, February 5th? 6th? I don't know. Today is February 5th. I'm losing track of days again. It's crazy. It's a lot going on. But today is Thursday, February 5th. By the time you see it, you're going to get a good morning, good afternoon, good night. But I just wanted to do a video, give an update, because you know this was all in the video, things like that. And I will be playing a lot of soca till I die, which is long time from now. But I love soca, grew up on soca calypso was the first. A little more background, like I said, my mother is Native American. She's from Mississippi. My whole lineage is Mississippi. We're indigenous to this land. Cherokee, Blackfoot. My great grandmother was a chief. Her name was Jane, and my mom said I have like a lot of things that she saw in her, she sees it in me, especially with my skin tone. Can't really tell in here because the light is kind of crazy, sunlight and everything. But, you know, it was good to find out things, you know, before my mom passed about that family lineage. So, Native American. Then on the other side, I am Afro-Latina. My family is from Costa Rica, from Limon. Yeah, yes. Yeah. You were like, oh my gosh, you're Spanish? Yes. I understand it. I don't speak it fluently. I lost it because my mom didn't speak Spanish, so being with her, I didn't speak Spanish. But she said, yes, when I was younger, I spoke it fluently, especially because my abuelita, she would always talk it to me, so I was fluent, and then, you know, things change. But it's alright. I'm getting back into my fluency and some other language. You know, pretty much. You know. But yeah. So as of today, like I said, doing this workout and I'm getting healthy. Today is February 5th. So 2 weeks ago, this past Sunday, I started the GLP-1 injections. And that is actually scary for me because I don't like needles. Now, of course, you're like, we've seen the tattoos on you. Big difference when the needle is on top of the skin versus the needle going in the skin. Always had a thing, and my mind was like so messed up, but I had made a decision that when I came back from my first vacation of the year, because so far I got 2 more vacations coming up, but I think there's a 3rd one coming in, and some other trips, some other business trips that I'll be going on, which I have one at the end of this month I'll tell you about. But I made a decision. I was like, when I come back that Sunday, I was going to start my shots. So I started it, and they tell you there's different areas to use. You can use your stomach, you can use your thighs, you can use your arms. Stomach, I was trying because I was like, I'm going to do this myself, and it just wasn't working. So had the help of somebody. Go ahead, Mikey. And that's a relative, as in brother. He helped me. He's been helping me with my shots, and I'm trying to get used to taking it. But Saturday or Sunday, either day, because this Sunday coming up will be my 3rd shot. So I'm going to actually weigh myself. So I'll probably do it Saturday before I take the shot to see what's my weight loss thus far. I can tell you that being on it for 2 weeks, it definitely changes your appetite. I'm not hungry, even though I wasn't as hungry before, but I always wanted to snack. I don't even have that feeling no more. I do have more energy because I've had the last quarter of 2025 was really kind of what the hell for me again. Well, actually 3rd and 4th quarter, because in July I found a new doctor and getting myself back together, and then I already was diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and many women doing so much research and so much things coming out and talking to other women and hearing about it, that PCOS is happening to a lot of women, and we're told that it's nothing. I was on a journey to have another child, and I'm like, why is this not happening? Like, there's something wrong. And I changed my doctor several times before I actually landed a doctor that one of my best friends recommended. I'm so mad that he retired, but he was the best, and he was my first male doctor. Like, and it was him. He's from Antigua. So it was a black man who actually finally diagnosed me and let me know I'm not crazy. That I had PCOS, I had fibroids. I knew I had fibroids, but fibroids wasn't as big. But the PCOS was a major understanding of what's actually going on with me. And then last year, I get more news. So on top of having PCOS, I had adenomyosis, which is just more of like, okay, so what do we have to do now? That's when the cells are basically growing into the wall of your uterus, and excessive bleeding, and constantly tired, and it's just a whole nother realm. It's in the world of I can't say the word, but I'm going to type the word in there. I always have that problem. Have a master's degree and still have a problem with it. So it's quite all right. But it's in that realm. And then they hit me with, well, you have that, and we're going to work on that. But you also have precancerous cells. That diagnosis hit me hard, because it's like you're going through infertility. You've been going through infertility for so many years, and people is just, oh, it's just not time. Doctors that I had before I had changed to my last doctor, the one I told you about, was just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just not time right now. You'll have another child. And I had one doctor, you know, she teased me, but it was, you know, it was like trying to be a good tease. Like, all right, so when are we going to deliver your next child? Like, your kid is older now. Like you said, you was ready to have another one. I was like, well, it's kind of two problems with that. And one of them ain't on my end. Like, I kind of need help. But once again, that's another video we'll do. But you know, it's just like you want to have another child, but then getting diagnosed with precancerous cells. So you're like, okay, I have precancerous cells, I have adenomyosis, I have PCOS, I have fibroids. Like, why is everything happening to me? And with all of this, you get the weight gain. Me being a former basketball player, I played in high school, was playing in college until my mom got sick and I stopped. And I was always fit. Always fit, tall, as you can see, pretty tall. This is the fridge. This is me. I'm pretty tall. But it don't matter. But pretty tall, athletic, you know, and then gaining all this weight, and then you have people saying, oh, you just need to eat better. I always knew it was something wrong, and if for things to get to here where I'm at now, it's like, what am I to do? I don't have my mom, so that's what's really, really hurting, is I don't have her. Because when I had my initial diagnosis of PCOS, I had to have surgery, and she was there. My best friend and my cousin. My cousin came to the hospital because she couldn't come at the time. She was home with my son, but she couldn't come because she had her spleen removed from a car accident she was in. So she couldn't come to the hospital because she would have easily been susceptible to different sickness and things like that. So I was like, it's all right, I'll go by myself. My big cousin, he came, he had took the day off. He had came home from work, and then later on from my surgery, he came and met me. And then my best friend, my family, she picked me up and took me home. So my mom was there with me through everything afterwards, and I was able to ask her questions because she had things that she dealt with when she was pregnant with me. So it was just good to have her there, but to go through all of this and she's not here, it's really messing me up. Oh boy. So have the precancerous cells, diagnosed with that, get a call, and they're like, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm feeling good. And then they say, you need to go to the ER because your blood levels are so low, you're on the risk of having a stroke. Okay, on my way. So call my brother, tell him, no, I need to go to the ER. So I'm telling him in the car what's going on. I have to have emergency blood transfusion because I'm on the verge of a stroke. They did all the tests in the ER, and yes, I was literally on the verge of having a stroke. So now I'm in the ER getting poked. And like I said, I hate needles. So I got poked 3 times in needles. They taking blood, and I got my blood count was, what my grade of blood is, you know, O, A, B, and all of that. So I know what my blood type is. And then now they're like, okay, we're going to start you off with 1 bag. I was in the hospital from about 10:30 in the morning. I didn't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's the next day I didn't get home from the hospital and was just tired. So that was an emergency, and that week later I was already scheduled in November 2025. I was already scheduled to have what's called the LEAP, which is where they go in and they are basically removing cells from the cervix and inside the uterus to get rid of the precancerous cells. And that was not fun. My doctors that I have now, the whole staff, entire staff, the surgical staff was amazing, you know, and like I said again, I'm just all just discombobulated because I don't have my mom, I don't have my aunts, I don't have any of the women figures in my life that I can lean on the way I used to. So I'm learning how to do it now, and you know, it's trivial to go through all of that, and I don't have them. So I'm thinking about that and thinking about myself and thinking about my son, and I'm just like, what am I going to do? But I went through that surgery. They said they believe they got all. Come to find out with my follow-up, they didn't. So I have a lot of options that I have to go through and think about. But the main thing is that they're not going to give up, and they said the last resort that we're going to do is to give up your option of not having another child. So we'll see about this journey I'm on, but all of that intertwines with going on the GLP-1 shots. So it'll help lose weight, you know, so, but I'm losing weight, which I am, but with these shots, it decreases your appetite. So I have to force myself to eat, but I can't eat a whole lot. And it's like, wow, like this is really real. So I've only been on it for 2 weeks, but I'm loving right now. I'm loving this camera, so that's why I keep rocking back and forth. That's another thing in my back. But I'm loving it, and don't care what the critics say, because there's always going to be critics out there. But I'm grateful for it, and I'll see you along the way with it. But I've been working on some more topics, but this one definitely I had to make sure I get that out. There's gonna be some more. There's gonna be some crying. There's gonna be some tears. There's definitely gonna be tears. Try not to cry on camera. You'll see me looking away a lot like I am now because I'm trying not to. But this journey is an interesting journey. Woo! And I see like, goddamn. So like, so right now I'm trying to figure out what to make, but I did find some cube steak. So I guess I'll make some steak and peppers and onions. I don't know if I'm gonna do rice or I'm gonna do potatoes. I don't need to do neither, but can't have just steak. But yeah, I gotta get my proteins. I gotta get my red meat in for my blood, cause I'm still on that. But yeah, I'm glad I got this video in right now. So now it's time for me to say goodbye to y'all. And in the chat, you can let me know in the comment area what other topics you want to talk about. But I will be discussing my business next week again. We're going to go back into my fintech that I've been a part of since 2014. I'm an OG in that business, and I'm grateful for it. But as it being tax time, I'm going to making some posts and sharing some video. That's definitely going to be the next video I'm going to be talking about, is not just your taxes, but your overall finances, especially for us single parents. But the information will be for everybody, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. But for now, let me go get something to eat, because I'm hungry. But you know what it is. Peace.